This video will cover distributive property, but with slightly more complicated numbers. We can simplify the expression that's inside the parentheses first or at the end. So we'll have three terms inside the parentheses, two of which can be combined. So this is still using the distributive property. We are going to rewrite the expression without parentheses, but it is a bit more complicated. Now I'm going to show you two strategies for each problem. So you don't have to do both, but I do want to show you two different ways you can get this solution. So if I'm asked to rewrite an expression like 5 parentheses 6a plus 3 plus 2a without parentheses, I'm going to use the distributive property to distribute the 5 to each of these terms. So I'm going to take 5 times 6a, 5 times 3, and 5 times 2a. So I've got to distribute that 5 to each of those terms. So I can write this as 5 times 6a plus 5 times 3 plus 5 times 2a. Now 5 times 6a will get us 30a, 5 times 3 will get us 15, and 5 times 2a will get us 10a. But at this point, we can simplify this further because 30a and 10a are like terms. So in my next step, I rewrote the expression with 30a and 10a side by side since they're like terms. 30a plus 10a will get us 40a, and we can bring down our constant of plus 15, and our final solution will be 40a plus 15. Now, because we have like terms inside the parentheses, a second strategy for doing this would be to combine the 6a and the 2a together first. So the first thing I did here was I rewrote the expression inside the parentheses with 6a plus 2a side by side, and those do combine to give us 8a. So I'm just going to bring that down, and my 6a plus 2a becomes 8a. And at this point, I can now distribute, now that I have my like terms combined here, and I can take 5 times 8a and 5 times 3. So we've got 5 times 8a plus 5 times 3. 5 times 8a gets us 40a, and 5 times 3 is 15. And we can see that we get the exact same solution using either method, so you can choose whichever one you prefer. Let's take a look at a second example. Again, for this one, we want to simplify the expression, basically rewrite it without parentheses and combining like terms. So in my first strategy, I chose to distribute first. So we'll do 7 times 9b, 7 times 2, and 7 times 4b. So 7 times 9b plus 7 times 2 plus 7 times 4b. 7 times 9b gets us 63b, 7 times 2 is 14, and 7 times 4b is 28b. My like terms here are 63b and 28b, so I'll put those side by side in my next step. So I've got 63b plus 28b plus my constant of 14. Remember, a constant is just a number that's by itself. 63b plus 28b will get us 91b, and we'll get a solution of 91b plus 14. Now, we also have the option of simplifying first. So keep in mind, our like terms inside the parentheses are 9b and 4b. So the first thing I did was rewrote it with those like terms side by side. 9b plus 4b is going to get us 13b. From here, I can distribute the 7 into the parentheses. So I can take 7 times 13b and 7 times 2. Now, again, we started to skip this next step as we worked through it, but I'm still showing it here so you can see where we get our values from. 7 times 13b gets us 91b, and 7 times 2 is 14. So like the last question, you can see that we get the exact same solution, just approaching the problem in two different ways.